spare no lives and extensive bleeding is a top priority. The Dinka government is implementing these two orders against the Nuer community. On 25th February 2026, 13 civilians were massacred by the Dinka forces in Akova West. And among the deceased were elderly men, disabled, visually impaired, including the vulnerable family members. These people were killed in Wijal and Wijwong villages by the Dinka forces alongside the Nuer, the Nuer who love money, the worst traitors that ever exist in the Nuer community. They were killed yesterday in cold blood. Among them, 2 old men who are 90 years old each were killed. 45 years old who was suffering from psychosis or mental illness was also killed. Another 30 years old man who was suffering from mental illness was killed. A 45 years old man plus his wife are missing up to now. And before that, their children were killed in Bong. Listen, can we call the government is the government of South Sudan, or it is the Dinka government? Because what the government is doing doesn't represent all the 64 tribes in South Sudan. It's only for the Dinka tribe. The system was designed to favor all the Dinkas. It was designed against the Nuer tribe. And do you all know why the government of South Sudan or the Dinka government is only targeting the Nuer civilians and not targeting the Iowa garrisons? Why? They are looking for ways to force Nuer to go and revenge and do the revenge on the Dinka civilians. For that case, they'll find excuse to come and brainwash the Dinka community that now you have seen what the Nuer have done or what the Nuer is doing to you all, to the Dinka community, so that they'll come. Now you see, the fight is between the Nuer and the Dinka. Now they are realizing the Dinka community is saying, no, we don't want to involve ourselves into that fight. That fight, there's something beyond it. It is not the fight that we were told before. We are misled. The Dinka community is trying to realize that now the government, the small circle within the Dinka community, they are trying to find excuses or they are trying to find ways to force the Dinka community to participate in the fight. Now they are killing the Nuer civilians so that the Nuer should also do the same. Go to the Dinka villages, kill the civilians. Now the Dinka politicians will come and say, will brainwash the Dinka civilians. Now you have seen, you are being killed. You should fight the Nuer. This is the excuse they are trying to find. And another thing, the government of South Sudan or the Dinka government is stated clearly. There are 2 laws that are being implemented right away. They said clearly, or they stated clearly, the Low Nuer land, the Jikany Nuer plus Fangak must be emptied. They are saying before the rainy season, the land must be emptied. They don't want anybody from there. That's why they are killing, they are destroying, they are burning, they are raising their houses, including the boreholes and wells. They are being destroyed, or they were destroyed completely. For that case, they don't want anybody in that land. They want the survivors to go and be refugees in Ethiopia, Uganda, Kenya. They want to take that land. This is their mission. Before the rainy season, that's why they are burning all the grass site houses in the Low Nuer land, in the Jikany Nuer, and in Fangak. They stated extensive bleeding is a top priority. They are killing so that the Nuer could fear and abandon their geographical areas so that the land could be empty. This is the trick they are using. What is being done to the Nuer is being caused by four things. One, fear of losing power, fear of revenge, ideology of revenge, greed for dominance. These are the four things that are destroying our country, or these are the four things that led to the numerous killing of the Nuer people. And the system was designed against the Nuer. The system was designed to only favor the Dinkas. The government of South Sudan, it's not for all 64 tribes. It's only for Dinka. Though not all Dinkas who are enjoying, not all Dinkas who are looting the country's resources, only some few. They are the ones benefiting, they are the ones enjoying. You better know this.